This is Common Courtesy with Sean Nicholas.
She got that gushy $1 million.
So are you saying like one of those adults could be a doll?
Yeah, dog. Indeed.
But that
No, come on. So
Nicki Prue.
You sound like you're at least in your 20s. So my advice would be like, go get an apartment and maybe test out some dating sites because I don't.
Courtney Harbaugh.
Okay, well, first of all, was it a suspect or was it his significant other? That's an honest question.
Angelique Young.
Run the risk of getting a fine, and you run the risk of potentially going to jail for coming here. It doesn't mean you can't stay home and do it. How many people?
No, that's wrong.
Ivan Alexander.
I mean, the video could have been done a little differently. I mean, I just think, again, to me, it's extreme, but that's just my opinion. So I'm going back to my wine. We're good.
And Dr. Christina Palin.
Look who he was for Trump, and look at how he's getting nothing from that circle, right? And even
I'm so excited. We have a full cast again. Yay! Everybody's on here. I'm so excited.
Tonight's topic, we get a chance to interview up-and-coming Chef Lala of Flava Goddess. After that, we answer a woman's plea on how to say no to her family. Then, we dive right into the most controversial trans bathroom bill in Tennessee. Sit back and enjoy the conversation. Oh, hey. Welcome back to Common Courtesy. I'm your host and moderator, Sean Nicholas. And next to me, I have Angelique Young. I'm sorry, I just love that opening.
Yeah, I do. I always dance to it. I'd be in the background. I'm glad they don't see me because I'd be over here just grooving, lip syncing like it's for my life. I'll be
standing up and shaking. Okay, that's our good friend Rico Davis, and I always love to thank him. He's got some new music out. If you're going to find him, go on YouTube. Rico Davis TV. All right. On the bottom of Angelique, we have Ivan Alexander. How are you?
I'm doing fine. And I got food tonight. You know what? There we go.
Yeah.
I got food and wine. I'm feeling fine. We're good.
And next door to Ivan, we have Dr. Palin. Dr. Palin, how are you this evening?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm enjoying this little meal from Chef Lala. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this is delicious. So before we get to that, because we're going to talk to her and see what's going on, because I love this food. I want to know what's in it. I want to know her whole story. She's a good friend of me and Nikki's. Nikki, and unfortunately, is not here this evening. We're trying to see what her technical issues are. Hopefully, she'll pop back in. But first, before we get to that, we have a viral video to get to. I love these because it's so much fun. So here, let's get to it. This is what I cooked up for you guys this week.
Are we having sex tonight? Are we having sex tonight?
That is not right.
I'm sorry. Like, literally, I just saw that earlier today. And
Where did you get this stuff?
Now, that one is from my favorite Instagram content influencer. That's from Love, Sex in LA. I just want to go to the panel and see.
Oh, my God.
I just want to go to the panel and see the reaction. Angelique, let's go to you first.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie though. It wasn't the fact that he said no. It was the way he said it. He was like, "No, like you're not getting none of this." That's why I always bring my purse. And baby, I'm always ready to go Dutch. But that's just me. I don't blame him for hitting the split screen. I don't take people out to dinner for sex because that's prostitution. But if I did, I would be the same way.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Ivan, I'm gonna go to you next. Ivan, how did you react seeing that little footage there?
My first 2 words, I can't. I just can't. And you changed from a party of 2 to a party of 1. Clearly, there's an issue there. So, yeah, that was shocking. And I like the way now you hold it back from us, so we can't see it. You want that first time reaction. Oh, you're going to get that now, because that was just like, okay, I'm sorry, party of 1 now serving. Okay, you can do dishes. I'm good.
All right, Dr. Phelan.
But my
let's go to you.
food, I'm good to go.
I'm mad at you. All right, Dr. Phelan, how did you feel reacting to that?
I mean, I just think it's, it's good humor. I just think that like every one of us like experiences those life moments, And so I kind of like it. I don't know. I like it because it's like, I think about that. I've thought about that when I was like dating a guy. Like, I'm like, not tonight, So I just like it.
It wasn't that he
Take
said
a rain
no.
check.
It was the look of utter disgust on his face,
Right.
like fuck no. Like,
Right.
like that's what he looked like. He said it nicely. But he was like, no, but his face read more,
I want to know what happened before that, because like dead ass, I'm not gonna lie, I'm on that same level. I'm like, are we having sex tonight? No. All right, I'm splitting this tab because it's not worth it.
See, it sounds funny even when you say it again.
All right. Enough being bad. If everyone wants to know what we're munching on, I have a little photo for you. This is what Chef Lala cooked up for us earlier. She's gonna explain what it is, but what she said to me earlier, it is salmon with stuffed with crab meat. There's some rice here. There's some Brussels sprouts, and baby, all of it's good. So without further ado, I want to bring on our special guest, Chef Lala, a Flava goddess.
Hello, how you doing?
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you for being here. And thank you for this lovely meal. Like, honestly, I've been eating this shit while we've been in the meeting.
Yes, I know. I've been seeing you. I've been watching all of y'all.
All right, Chef Lala, you're a good friend of mine. I know you. We used to work together at a place some time ago. But I'm going to give the first question from the first. Actually, I'm going to ask you to give us a little backstory of yourself, and I'm going to give the first question to Angelique after that. Lala, tell us about yourself and how you got your start.
Okay. I've been born and raised here, but I just recently moved to Orlando. But I got my start from my grandma, kind of in a way. But I started working in restaurants at the age of 16. So it kind of went from there. And then like I watched people in the kitchen, and then like I got fascinated with it, and then I wanted to learn more. So I started like, tweaking stuff. I started redoing, I kind of already knew how to cook because my grandma always was like, don't be touching the pot, you just watch. So, so I just really got the inspiration behind my grandma. My grandma always cooked my entire life.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Angelique, the first question for Chef Lala goes to you.
Well, girl, I got a whole set of things over here, but I'm gonna just run through them. I don't need like a whole description, but this is really, really good. Like, oh my God. Like, first of all, I want to commend you on getting me my food still hot. I don't know how the heck you did it, girl, because you did some magic voodoo delivering this to me. I got it, opened it up, and was like, oh my God, it's still freaking hot, and the plastic and everything. I was like, oh my God. So first and foremost, kudos to you. The Brussels sprouts are fantastic, and I detected a little bit of soy sauce. I feel like that what it was.
No.
What is it? What is on there that got that brown and kind of taste to me?
So I got the inspiration behind Longhorn because Longhorn has the same exact kind of a thing. They have like these little honey butter roasted Brussels sprouts, and I'm telling you, I'm just like you. I do not like Brussels sprouts, and when I had them the first time at Longhorn, I was like, dang, it's kind of good. I gotta go home and remake this. So I went home. It's honey, it's butter, and brown sugar.
There it is.
Wow.
Oh wow, that got me together because I was gonna ask what the sweetness was, but it almost has like a little bit of a tang like soy sauce, so that's even better.
Oh, and then I put a little spice in there too. So I got a little spice in there.
Yeah, but it's not like too much. It's not like an overkill. It's like just enough. So I was like, oh, I like that. So I'm glad. And then the salmon stuffing, the spinach, and he said crab meat, but the cream sauce, girl. Y'all don't understand. This is so slamming. Like I'm losing my mind right now over this food. This cream sauce is like absolutely to die for. Like you say you got your inspiration from your grandmother, but this tastes like a melting pot. Like I'm part Puerto Rican and I'm also St. Thomas Islander, so I got Southern in me. So a lot of the flavors in this meal are like all over, and it feels like home to me. Like, so I'm really digging it. Like, you have really just blew my whole mind. But what is this white sauce in the salmon?
So it is mayonnaise, cream cheese, and then I put like a little special something else in there. And then I put mushrooms, it's some spinach, and it mixed with some crab. So that's it. It's literally just plain and simple.
And then lastly, what type of rice is this?
Oh, I made cilantro rice. It's a cilantro lime rice. So it's so it's just basically you just fry up the rice just for like about 5 minutes. Then you just put a little bit of lemon zest and some lemon juice in there afterwards, and then you got chopped up cilantro and you mix it all together. And then you let it sit for a minute so the cilantro can like get the flavor.
Baby, this is
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I've been telling everyone to like not eat, all of it because we kind of want to like, have it for the show. But I get why everyone got their food before I did because, I'm making sure everyone gets it. And I get why everyone's saying, this shit, they've eaten half of it.
Yes, they have. I believe it. Angelique probably got like a corner left.
Ivan, next question to you.
Number one, I'm still eating them right now. So first of all, okay. So I have two things. Number one, I looked at it, I said, okay, it smells wonderful. Yes. Then I said, wait a minute, this is too healthy for me because I like a lot of, this is really a great nutritional meal. And as Angelique said, and as you said too, Brussels sprouts, we don't do Brussels sprouts. But these Brussels sprouts are slamming. And the one ingredient that Sean left off of his list when he gave the rundown for the food, then y'all have to know what it is. Any guesses? He left out one major ingredient. Your foot, because you put your foot in this.
Oh my God.
You put your foot in it. Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm just saying.
Oh, thank you.
And now I'm going to go back to eating.
Dr. Phelan, your thoughts and any questions for Chef Lala?
So my thought is this. I just absolutely love eating fish that does not taste like fish.
Okay.
I eat the fishy tasting fish. So I'm always avoiding fish, but this is just absolutely the right, like it just does not have that, fishy aftertaste.
Okay.
And it's just very smooth. And I mean, the whole thing with the rice, I love the rice the way it is, kind of like Persian rice a little bit. And I don't like it like sticky or like clumpy.
Yes.
So that was really that was a really good touch. But I love the whole thing. I mean, I don't, how long did you cook it for in the oven? That's one question I have.
I cooked it in the oven for about 15 minutes.
At what temperature?
About 350.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Because it's really nicely cooked. It doesn't have any raw areas at all. So that's another thing for me. Food has to be like overcooked. I loved it.
Understand. I understand. I don't like raw food. Like no.
So Angelique is still chowing down.
I see. Well, I mean, I feel like we're judges on Chopped, and everyone is, you won the contest. But Chef Lala, let me ask you a little bit more about Flava Goddess and what's the future? What are we seeing in the future for you? Because already you see the four of us are chowing down, loving your food. Give us a little more backstory on Flava Goddess and where do you want to do with it?
All right, so actually, I'll give you a little backstory. So I have a business mentor that I work one day, and he has been mentoring me into making my business. So he's teaching me the steps on how to make a business the correct way and not fail at it. But because I've tried to do it a couple times on my own and it hasn't succeeded. But now, like that, I have a little guidance. Like he's teaching me. So I'm trying to have a food truck set up soon. Like I have this idea where I want to have a food truck where I just travel the United States and I park it for like maybe a month or two and just like, sell my food and get my name out there. And then eventually maybe just park my truck permanently and then maybe a franchise. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't see myself having a restaurant because that's a lot of work. And I've worked in a restaurant a long time. So I just know stress behind that. A food truck is just what I need. So, and if I see in the next maybe year or two, my food truck will be up and running, and then it's come a long way. It's getting there. I got my LLC now, so I'm getting them. Thank you.
Congratulations! Like honestly, like I've known, like I said, me and Nicki used to know you back at this restaurant we worked at. And we were always cool beans. And it's funny enough, I was digging through some photos, and I did find this photo of us out one night a couple of years ago. That's our other wayward co-host, Courtney, as well. So we always have a really good time, and I'm so glad I got a chance to have you on the show. And we have one comment. A good friend of me, I think your friend Yaya, she loves you, and we love her. Thank you for tuning in.
Love you too, babes.
So, go ahead, Angelique.
Oh no, I just wanted to say, I don't know if everybody else is thinking this, but I don't like your idea at all because that means that you're not going to be here when I'm hungry again. That's a horrible plan, and you need to either get a protege and leave them behind with your recipe book, or you just gonna have to come teach me so that I can do it myself and I can be okay. Because I won't be okay. You can't introduce this to me and then leave me. That's not okay. I don't care if it's a year from now.
For now, I do pop-up Tuesdays. So I like on my days off, I come down here from Orlando and I cook on random, like on Tuesdays, and then like I do like different things on Tuesdays. So I have your number, so I will let you know, or I will let all of you know when I cook again. And
look at God. Okay, you can go. I release you.
So there you have it. There you have it. Like honestly, I could not wait for you guys to try this because I remember one time you cooked this this like dessert, but we'll get into that later. Because we have to go to our dear Abby because I love this one. And I love hearing you guys give advice. So I'm just going to go ahead and start this off for us. So she starts with this. It's about a woman who she just can't say no to her family. Here's the story. She says, "Dear Abby, like many people in this country, my family has an aversion to throwing things out that might still be useful. Rather than load up the van and head to Goodwill, they give the stuff to me. Partially used shampoo bottles, a half package of wipes, hair conditioner that smells too awful for them to use, but they're sure that I like it. Unwanted change purses and jewelry I would never wear, even puzzles with missing pieces and dog chew pieces. They have also tried to offload old sewing machines, DVDs they won't watch, and other craft supplies for projects I don't enjoy." She says here, my one sister once tried to give me an old toaster that was filled with burnt breadcrumbs. I have celiac disease. Another time, Dad gave me a gift certificate for an oil change my mother won in a raffle after telling me he and another sister won't go to the auto shop because they damaged my sister's engine and did a lousy job working on my parents' car. It's not like I'm so poor I can't afford my own toaster oven or wipes, but if I turn down these unwanted items as politely as I can, they become defensive with me. So I usually just say thanks and either toss the stuff in the trash or you load up the van and take it to Goodwill myself. But I'm tired of feeling like the family dump and wish I could find a way to get it through their lovely muddled heads that I'd rather not be gifted with their junk. Any thoughts? Thanks, but no thanks. In Mississippi. I'm going to go to Ivan first to see what he thinks. What would you tell this woman?
First of all, to grow up hair. Seriously, learn to say no. You've called yourself out as the human dump. I mean, they are dumping crap. Who takes a half empty bottle of anything? Okay, and it's like tissue and everything else. Is that you're letting yourself be walked on. So until you grow up hair, grow a set, put your big girl panties on, whatever it takes, and say no. And when you really feel like you say, "Oh hell no," then they will stop bringing this crap to your house. Until then, suck it up, buttercup.
Hey, Jess. Okay. I'm going to go to Dr. Palin. Dr. Palin, what would you say to this woman?
I just think that she has to break the chains free. I agree with Ivan. I mean, it's just, if she's going to take that much time on top of going to the Goodwill, on top of, getting rid of trash that's not even hers, and then riding to Dear Abby, I mean, it's really time to kind of reevaluate. That's too much time. She needs to just say no.
Let's go to Chef Lala. Chef Lala, what advice would you give this woman?
She needs to put her feelings to the side, and she needs to learn to say no, like they've been saying. My grandma does me the same way, so I kind of relate. So I kind of understand how she doesn't want to hurt their feelings, but she needs to learn to hurt their feelings. Like just say no. Like, you're gonna end up like me with a bunch of stuff that you don't need, and you got to go to Goodwill, like she's saying. Like I do everything she's saying in the Dear Abby. I literally do the same thing. I go to Goodwill, drop stuff off that they give me. I understand. Just put your feelings to the side. Say no.
All right, and Angelique, how about you? What would you tell this woman?
Here we go.
Why did you start taking, like, if somebody, I swear, you hand me a half empty bottle of anything, and I'm gonna look at you like you crazy. I don't care if it's like the number one item in the world. Why are you giving me something half empty, boo? And something that you don't want, or something that you don't even want to use it. What makes you think I want to use it? Her problem is that she started taking those things. She probably got something that was kind of cute at first, and they probably got her with the nice gift, right? It was like, oh, it's probably like a t-shirt or something, something real cute. And she was like, oh, I'll take it. And then they were like, oh, this bitch will take anything. Let me just give it to her. So then that's what they started doing. But once she said the half empty bottle of shampoo that nobody liked the smell of was when I was like, girl, it's got to stop. The toaster I can get. They didn't want to turn it upside down and shake it or whatever. I get it, but everything else on that list, I was like, man, listen, that's how you end up with hoarders. They're like, they end up with all that stuff, and then they be coming to your house asking what happened to that toaster I get last year. Like, no, ma'am, just everybody's on the same page on that one. Get over yourself and just say whatever. If it hurts their feelings that bad, you got to say, you look at what you giving me.
Right.
What kind of gift is that? You are not a first grader. You are not a second grader. You are not a treasure hunter. You do not give me these things. That's what you do with crows, right? You feed a crow and a crow brings you something shiny. At least they bring you something shiny. It ain't necessarily useful.
Zach says start giving them stuff too.
Right.
Start a barter system right here. Let me give you this. Yeah.
And she's like, Jess is like, hell no. Yeah. Because honestly, you know what? I have a family like that as well. Like the other day, my older brother, I'm just gonna say it. He gave me these pairs. He gave me these pair of like jeans, right? He's like, "Oh, what size are you?" And I was like, "You know what? I'm a size 34. No, I'm a size 30." And he's like, "Oh, these are 34s. Try them on." And I'm like, "Why? No, like that is 4 sizes too fucking big. Like, just throw them away." And I bet they're not thrown away. I don't understand that type of aversion to throwing things away, because when I moved to New York City, I was very easy to get rid of things. You got to travel light. You're like a little nomad, some bullshit. So I don't understand. But like, I get when she's like, you have family giving you things. We're all on the same page. You have to like kind of grow a pair. and respectfully, don't lose it. Just respectfully, just say, this is not something I want. Thank you so much. But I kind of agree with Zach. Start giving them shit too, because I think that would
That's just
change.
petty. Just stop the bullshit.
Yeah, it would change. It would kind of change the energy on that.
You do petty with petty.
Yeah, right.
I'd be eating happy sandwich, be like, here you go, you can have
yeah,
it.
I'll give them half this plate and be like, here you go.
I'll smack your hand and put it on the floor before I let you give it to somebody else. Oh my God. You better not give away that good food. What's wrong with you? They're over here giving you lint rolls and you giving up the good shit. No. Right. No. You don't deserve that.
Right.
I'm dead. All right, guys, we're going to move on. But before we move on, we're going to say goodnight to our special guest, Chef Lala of Flava Goddess. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for cooking for us. And
awesome.
we hope to have you back here again. And we are right behind you. We are full support of your business. Good luck. Thank you so much for being here.
Good luck to y'all. I hope y'all flourish.
Oh, yeah.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
See you later.
So before Dr. Palin gets back, we're going to move on to our final topic and what's been going on. I'm not sure if anyone's aware of Tennessee's new bathroom bill against trans, but the governor, I think his name is Bill Lee, he just signed, a new law in that prohibits, what does it say? It prohibits trans students and staff from using restrooms and changing rooms that match their gender. It requires them to it requires communal schools that have bathrooms and lockers. They have to be limited to the ones that are for their biological sex. Basically, all the shit that we've been hearing. I just want to play a little bit of a clip of this newscast of what's came out because it's a little bit more informational.
Quietly signing a controversial piece of legislation into law today. The bill puts public schools at risk of a lawsuit if they allow transgender students or staff to use multi-person locker rooms or restrooms that don't align with their sex at birth. Opponents here say the bill is another example of anti-trans legislation in the state, but Lee has said the bill promotes equality in bathrooms.
So that being, So that being said, it's kind of like the same argument we've been hearing a lot, especially it seems like everyone's out against trans people. So I kind of want to just react to this because I think I have thoughts on it, but I'm going to go to our co-host, Angelique. Angelique, how did you react reading this story? And let's go, give us your take.
I try not to get upset at these things anymore because now we kind of are seeing the beauty in this is you're finding out what states are truly just being malicious at this point, truly just being vicious individuals. They are passing laws and attacking people that nobody else is looking to assassinate character or their humanity or take things away that make people scared to use the bathroom. They're not putting people in a dangerous situation. So with this bill being launched, it just proves the heart of the people in power in Tennessee, right? It just kind of shows us exactly what they're thinking and what they want done to force people into horrible situations. There's other things that they're doing against trans people as well, and other bills he has at his desk as stated in this particular article. But I mean, in all reality, the article just says that this bill pretty much says like they can't go to the bathroom, like they can go, but I mean, this is really hard. This comes into being a trans person and being clockable and being not clockable. It comes to being comfortable in your own skin and not comfortable in your own skin. And it really forces a divide in our community because there are people who, like myself, who I go to the bathroom and nobody thinks twice. You know what I mean? Nobody says anything to me. Nobody ever questions me. I don't get weird looks or stares. Women actually ask me for advice on my makeup or hair or my outfit or whatever the heck it is whenever I go in the bathroom. So it's fine for me. But I know girls, like literally, they get hives when they walk into the Target and they feel like they might have to pee. Like it's literally an issue for them. They've literally gone into places. I know trans men especially get a lot of shit when they go to the bathroom. So now you're putting an entire, minority of people at risk for their health, for their safety, for their comfort. It's just a whole can of worms, and you're going to cause a whole bunch of divide in the people, let alone the people that this bill is targeting or hurting. It's a really sad day in America.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just want to read this comment from Zachary Cooper. So they're okay with predators of cisgender, just not predators that are trans. I think that he means something else with that because we read it together. And,
they want it, like, you know, because the assumption is that all trans people are predators. So they're saying, you know, he's saying, I'm hoping that's what he means, because that's what it sounds like. You know, it's okay for an actual person who is, you know, deemed by law or a state, you know, that they're a predator. You know, there's actual pedophiles, you know, who are allowed in stores and can use the same bathroom as kids, but you don't have a law against them, but you have a law against trans people who just want to pee.
Right. I think that's kind of fucking okay. I'll go later.
No, you already started.
I think it's fucking crazy. I'll say I think it's kind of fucking crazy. I'm sorry, Evan. I think it's fucking crazy because like they said the same thing about gay men, you know, that they're predators, they're pedophiles, things like that. That's not true. I've heard maybe a couple stories of people dressing up as women, but not to go as far as taking hormones and shit and like, you know, getting sexual reassignment surgery in order to become a predator. It's fucking crazy. These people need to start watching like Investigation Discovery Channel, because then they'll kind of get a sense of what motivates someone, of how far someone will go. I don't think someone's going to go that far. It's ridiculous. It is. And they know they are. And the problem is, for me, these people they're lawyers. They have a higher degree than I do. They have a Juris Doctorate. I don't have that, but I can tell the fucking difference between who's doing this, being a predator or not. Like, this is not about that. It's just throwing bullshit, hate, and just garbage at this. I cannot believe these people are voted into office, but that's fine. You know, that's okay. But I think it's not going to last that very long, because there are progressives out there who are fighting for change. And that's why I want to talk about it on this show, because I'm not afraid to go there with these people, because it's absolutely ridiculous. It's like that dude we had on the show that made that film Coco, saying that, you know, the gay marriage law, people might get confused to marry a fucking dog. Where does that come from? You got to be kidding me. I wanted to call him out, but I was kind of being condescending, because I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, and you know it doesn't. And for you saying that shit, it's just hateful. Just say who you are. Don't hide behind a pen and paper. Say who you are. I'm a Leo. I said what I fucking said. Let's go to Ivan.
And on that note, he said what he fucking said. You know, I think the whole thing's ridiculous. I mean, number one, he looks like a predator or a pervert himself. I'm just saying, okay? And you have a lot of sheeple out there who will latch on to anything that anyone has to say and follow them, even though no matter how wrong it is, they will be the flock that follows them to the end of the earth, and they're just as dumb as he is. I can remember the days of Ally McBeal where they had the unisex bathroom, the first one on television, where men and women were in the bathroom at the same time. So what does it matter? So now you're saying because, okay, you were birthed as a female, so you can only use the female restroom if you're trans, or you were birthed as a male, whatever. There are bigger fish to fry than this stupidity. And for the people who put him in the office to support that and keep him going with that, they need to be evaluated as well, because they're all a bunch of idiots as far as I'm concerned. It's just dumb.
Absolutely. I just don't understand why people feel that discrimination is okay. But, you know, I think that more education is needed, but sometimes when you try to educate people, they don't want that education, so you're kind of like stuck as someone being ignorant.
I would be happy with some education. You're asking for more as if you think they have some already. So I'd like to see some education, because it's just plain ignorant.
Exactly. It's a plain old rule of people being stuck in their ways and people doing what they think will win them attention and win them notoriety, you know. In response to something you said earlier, like with the movie Coco, I think he genuinely, like after seeing that interview, even though he believes what he believes, I feel like he genuinely did it because it was gonna, either way, people are gonna watch it, right? It's like the Human Centipede, or like the Tusk, or any of those other gross horror movies, you know, because I'm comparing it to a horror movie purposely. It's gotta be a horror movie. No, you know, it's like people do things for a response or reaction. And right now, thanks to our previous president, it's very, very hot to throw something in the pot that is gonna stir it. throw something in the pot that's going to make people feel they have a right to speak up about their feelings or their opinions and really put themselves on a pedestal about what they believe in their hearts, right? But what they don't realize is that by doing this, you also out yourself. And once you put yourself on this pedestal, no one is ever going to forget that you are the person, the man, woman, or thing, or whatever you want to call yourself. I'm being facetious for those of you who don't know. And you can't hide anymore. It's just like people who voted for Trump. Once you put your flag up, baby, we all know. And just because you took it down doesn't change the fact that you did it, and we know. We saw you in the lines. We saw you at the rallies. You're on video. You on motherfucking candid camera. So thank you for telling us who you are. It's a shame that you used us as a target, and you're going to learn the hard way when restaurants start making all of their bathrooms unisex and saying in support and solidarity of this community and start making it really hard for you to get the answer you wanted. It's because that's what happens. Instead of turning a blind eye, people are now rallying. They're in support. They did it for the Black people, for Black Lives Matter. They're doing it for the Asian people, for Asian Awareness Month, for Stop Asian Hate. Every time somebody does something now, people do not run and hide in fear. People run in support and rally. So now all you've done is just given us a fucking torch to light your ass on fire. So thank you. I appreciate you. And I will never let anybody I know not know what you do. So that's how I feel.
Right. And I just want to kind of circle back to Zachary. I think he was saying it's really all about, a poorly veiled discrimination law. And that's exactly what it is. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. And I don't understand what the purpose is of attacking this community. But I think that, I don't know what the Republican Party is coming to. Really, I don't know. I don't know what they're coming to and what they're trying to achieve with these laws and what they're going to do, because they're not going to win any, radical gay support, because you need those votes. You need the Black community to vote for you. I mean, there may be some people that vote for them. That's fine. But I mean, I sure as hell wouldn't after this, because it has nothing. As children, I don't think children think like this. Children don't see hate like that. They have to be taught that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Conditioned.
If someone else tells you that something's wrong and they make you feel bad about it, you're going to believe it. And that's what they're trying to do right here, is trying to control the narrative more and more. But we're not going to let them do that. And we are out of time. Dr. Palin has gone out on a call, I believe. She's probably saving lives. I'm kidding. No.
She's taking a lot now with some more food. That's what it is.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you guys next week, because next month we have a whole bunch of guests coming on the show. It's going to be really, really fun. I cannot wait to see what we got for you guys going on. So until next time, have a great night.
See you next time.
Hips away to dancing, moving me through entrapment. There's no way to stay proper.